Shalom Mishpaka. This is a very rare opportunity I've been given by the Most High, by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to be able to speak to you once again. And I'm always excited when I've been given an opportunity to come and share what He wants His children to have for the season. He's led me to speak on what to do, something you should do, what you should do when you're feeling down, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling hopeless, you're beginning to feel overwhelmed with what is happening in the world today. And there is only one thing to do, Mishpaka. Before I continue, let us pray. Abba in Shemayim, I thank you for this is the day that you've made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. I pray that as I speak to your children all over the world, that they will not hear my voice speaking to them, but they will hear you directly speaking to their hearts. I pray and ask you, O HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One of Yasharal, that you comfort everyone that is hurting, everyone that is down, everyone that is depressed, everyone that is smarting, everyone that is feeling sorrowful, that you comfort them as they hear the words that you have for them today. To comfort them. Give them love words. Say love words to them. Speak to them. Write them a love letter. That as I'm speaking to them, they'll be hearing the love letter that you're writing to them in their hearts. To understand how much you love them. And let them experience your overwhelming love. Thank you because it is done. So be it. There is only one thing you can do when you're down and depressed, and that is praise. Praise has the power, it has the ability to break and destroy every yoke and bondage of the enemy. If you have my number, my WhatsApp number, if you watch my status, you see sometimes I dance and I post it there, but I don't post on YouTube because of copyright issues. And as HaKadosh leads me, I'll begin to get songs or music that doesn't have copyright issues, and then you see me dancing on YouTube, singing on YouTube, and worshiping Him. I don't only come to give messages, I do that also on my status. So as HaKadosh gives me the opportunity, and that's what I'm going to start posting. And there's nothing as powerful as praise, praising the Holy One of Yasharal. There is nothing as powerful as that. When you can't pray when you're depressed, you can't pray when you're heartbroken, you can't pray when you're down and out. You can pray, but there's one thing you can always do, and that's sing. Okay, let's say you are so depressed and so heartbroken that you cannot sing. Then you play your favorite music. It doesn't matter which genre. Play it. Anything that lifts up your soul, that communicates your soul, that satisfies the longing of your soul. Play it. And then connect yourself to the source of life. And you will see all your problems vanish away like the wind. It's something that has always worked. And if you watch, before El Shaddai says what he does, he's going to do to his people, he always tells them to praise, break forth, do this and do that. Then before he now says what he's going to do. Please turn with me to the book of Yeshayahu, that's Isaiah in English, chapter 54 from verse 1. Let's see this. Sing, O barren one, you who did not bear. Break forth into singing. That's what I'm saying. Before El Shaddai does anything for his children, something powerful, he will tell you to start singing. Start singing. I know you know the story of Jehoshaphat. And the armies that came to fight him, that were as numerable as the sand on the seashore. And what did he say? He said, sing. And then he put the singers first. And the singers started singing. And what happened? The battle was won. It was fought and won without any of Jehoshaphat's armies raising a sword. They just only went in for the spoil. That's the power of praise. Let's continue. And cry aloud, you have not been in labor, for the children of the deserted one are more than the children of the married woman, says El Shaddai. Enlarge the place of your tent. But see, break forth into singing. Break forth into singing. Break forth into singing. Look at that verse 1 very well. Break forth into singing. Come before his presence with joy. That's the book of Tehillim. And to his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and let's baruch his name. Praise. Praise. From the depth of your heart. If you say, what's the reason? I don't see any reason to praise him. I've been disappointed in my relationship, or I don't have a job, or one thing or the other. Then play music that will uplift your spirit. As far as it's not praising the devil directly, and you cannot hear the names of Lucifer in it, play that music. Don't be stereotyped. Play that music and let it lift up your soul. Once it lifts up your soul, then you now connect yourself directly to worship your Creator. This is what He asked me to tell you. Tell you His children all over the world. Because the battle is raging, the battle is intense. Most especially the mind battle, I can tell you. It's terrible. The battle is intense. I can tell you that. Even if you've got everything going good for you, you still find yourself fighting the psychological. What do you do? Just praise Him. That's what He wants you to do. Listen. He said, enlarge, verse 2, the place of your tents, and let them stretch out on the curtains of your dwelling. Spare not, lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes, for you shall break forth to the right and to the left, and your seed inherit the nations and make the deserted cities inhabited. Now should I ask me to tell you this? Do not fear, for you shall not be put to shame. What are you thinking about? It's time for the rent and you don't have the rent money. He says, do not fear. You will not be put to shame. It's time to pay your children's school fees and you do not have the money. Do not fear. You will not be put to shame. Oh, there is no food in the house and you don't know what to do. He says, do not fear. You're not going to be put to shame. No hurts, and you shall not be humiliated. For the shame of your youth you shall forget, and not remember the reproach of your widowhood anymore. For your Maker is your husband. El Shaddai of hosts is his name, and the Kadosh one of Yeshurun is your Redeemer. He is called the Elohim of all the earth. For El Shaddai has called you like a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, like a wife of youth when you were refused, declares your Elohim. Who is that woman here that's been divorced by her husband? You feel like you have been forsaken, you've been rejected. You feel grieved in your spirit. You feel so hurt. You feel so heartbroken. It's like as if you're never going to heal from this trauma. He said he has called you. Verse 7. For a little while I have forsaken you, but with great compassion I shall gather you. El Shaddai shall gather you. He shall gather you. I tell you. He shall gather you. In an overflow of wrath I hid my face from you for a moment, but with everlasting kindness I shall have compassion on you. Says El Shaddai, your Redeemer. For this is the waters of Noah to me, in that I have sworn that the waters of Noah would never again cover the earth. So I have sworn not to be wroth with you, not to rebuke you. For though the mountains be removed and the hills be shaken, my kindness is not removed from you, nor is my covenant of peace shaken. El Shaddai, who has compassion on you. Oh, you afflicted one, tossed with storm and not comforted. See, I shall lay your stones in emeralds, and your foundations with sapphires, and shall make your battlements of rubies, your gates of crystal, and all your walls of precious stones. On all your children, taught by El Shaddai, and the peace of your children great. In righteousness you shall be established, far from oppression. For you shall not fear, and from ruin, for it does not come near you. See, they shall indeed assemble, but not because of me. Whoever assembles against you falls for your sake. See, I myself have created a blacksmith to blast the coals, and the fire brings forth an instrument for his work. And I have created a waster to destroy. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall prove wicked. This is the inheritance of the servants of El Shaddai, and their righteousness from me, declares El Shaddai. Who says El Shaddai of hosts, the Holy One of Yeshurun? Have a beautiful and a barren weekend. El Shaddai is with you. Fear not, and He loves you too much. Now, in my haste to come and do the video, I just came casually. So, pardon me if I'm so casual on the video. Well, the truth is this: I actually love to